What's poppin', TreTv gang? It's your boy TreTV, and we back at y'all with another reaction. With this one, we got another one from NF. The name of this song is called "Remember This" off the Perception album. But before we get into this, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, man, Tay back for another one. Mr. NF Jones, man. Glad to be back here. You know what I mean? On a little vacay.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see what this about. Let's get into it.
Before we get into this, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit them hype points. Make sure you do that. Without further ado, let's get straight into this reaction. Chi. Get the yeah.
Get the yeah.
Say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're older.
Facts.
Cause I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment.
Facts.
If I do, just remember
Yeah.
that.
Handouts create lazy people I'm not impressed with.
Right.
You want something in life, then why don't you go and get it? Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think.
Right.
Not people that nod their head and act like they agree. Those people that cut you open just to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. No, these people.
Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. I definitely like how the song started off. I definitely like the cadence and the rap and what he's talking about. He's giving you food for substance right here with these bars.
Yeah.
And I always like food for substance.
Yeah, I agree, man. Absolutely, man. Again, he's still cooking. It seems like my baby's still going, man. I like that, like you said, from the rip when he came and talking about you could be going in a second.
Yeah.
Because we talk about it all the time, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer. Your life in a split second, bro, it could change. You know what I mean? So why not give it your all?
Yeah.
Why not go 110%? Because you may not have another opportunity to do that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that concept.
Facts. And he was talking about like letting go of the old you. Like goodbye, I'm not that person anymore. So to become who you need to become, sometimes you gotta let go of the old you. I mean, we were just talking about like it's some stuff that I know I have to let go of to become the person that I need to become.
That Phoenix.
Yeah.
Won't you go and get it? Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think. Not people that nod their head and act like they agree. Those people that cut you open just to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. No, these people gon' tell you that you will never make it. Then when you do, they gon' say they knew you were going places. That's just how it works. Next thing you know, you'll be overrated. Hearing people say they miss the old you. It's crazy, ain't it? And perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. I don't need passing them back from people for my achievements. When I die, I wanna know that I live for a reason. Anyone can take your life, but not what you believe in, no.
Yo, yes.
Anybody could take your life, but not what you believe in.
Yeah, and then the fact that he said they wanted you to be the old you, because the old you is the person that, you know what I mean, is stuck down at the bottom, that they can look at like, oh man, look at Tay, he down bad, you know what I mean, talk about you and shit. But when you up, that's not much for them to talk about. Yeah, you know
especially
what I'm
doing better than them.
You feel
so
me?
You look like a hater.
Yeah, so they want you to be that person, so they can be like, oh, I'm still elevated above him. But once you elevate, you change the tides, man. It's just like you said, nothing less to say.
People don't like that. And he said, like, people tell you that you wouldn't make it. And then when you make it, they'll be like, yo, I knew you would make it.
Fact.
No, you didn't. But we see that too common in society where people be just like that. Where somebody just need a little bit of help to get where they at and you could have helped them. But they go around you and find that help. And then you be like, oh, I knew you was make it. Well, if you know I was going to make it, why didn't you just help me?
Facts, big facts.
Actions speak louder than words.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They miss the old you, it's crazy, ain't it? And perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. I don't need passing them back from people for my achievements. When I die, I wanna know that I live for a reason. Anyone can take your life, but not what you believe in, no.
Yeah, they say when you grow up,
Them vocals.
you'll understand when you're older. Cause I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember.
That's another one. That's another one too, bro. Because like, it's a firm belief. Like, perfect example. I used to tell my mom this all the time because she was infatuated with this thing with my dad for a while. Sorry, mom. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
but by the end of the day, you know, she was thinking about how the relationship used to be in the past, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, he was the best one to love me forever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the way he treated me versus the other guy, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. Now, fast forward 30 more years, and I get the opportunity again. It's like, oh, let me get an opportunity. but that person may not be the same person.
Yeah, we all.
You know what I'm
evolve
saying?
over
Yeah,
time.
30 years in between is a lot of time, man. You know what I mean? And that person might not be the exact person that you remember. So it's like now I gotta reconnect and figure out if it is that person.
Yeah, because I mean, you know each other like 15 years. I'm
Facts.
definitely not the same person that you met 15
Facts.
years ago. So imagine 30 years, how much changing you do in that
Yeah.
amount of time, which is crazy.
Facts.
No, I could die anymore. If I do, just remember.
Yeah, don't take opinions from people that won't listen to yours. And money's where you find happiness, you'll always be poor. If you don't like the job you have, then what do you do it for? The cure to pain isn't something you buy at liquor stores. No, the real you is not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching. You spend your whole life worried about what's in your wallet. For what? That money won't show up in your coffin.
I'm sorry, bro. I keep stopping, but it's like everything hit me. Perfect. I had a conversation about Michael Jackson, bro, and they used to say a lot of the time, bro, Mike. Of course, we already know how Mike felt about the government and everything going around. You know what I mean? But he used to say when they were trying to tear him down, bro, when they were trying to put his name out there, like being pedophile and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, that was not me. Just because of the fact that I love kids, I try to build them up, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was. So I even heard about a story about him going to like all these hospitals and stuff like that, trying to, give the kids, find replacements for organs and stuff like that, just to try to help them out with no cameras around.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's how you really know a person's character, like he just said.
Yeah.
When ain't nobody watching, I'm still going to do the best I can do for you because it's not about the accolades or what everybody think of me. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't like that either. When people do so-called charity on camera,
Yeah.
because a lot of that stuff need to be behind closed doors. So most of the stuff that you do, nobody's never gonna know. Only you know what type of person you are because you gotta look in the mirror. You know if you're really a good
Facts.
type of person. You know if you're really helping people out. And if you know if you're really just doing it for the gram. I don't really care about people that don't know me and their opinions of me. When you're doing stuff like that, you're doing it for people's opinions that don't really know you.
Yeah.
The people around you in your circle that have to be around you on a daily basis, they know if you genuinely that type of person. So my opinion matters to those who generally around me on a daily basis
That really know you.
that really know me than trying to impress people that don't know me.
Big facts.
You'll always be poor. If you don't like the job you have, then what do you do it for? The cure to pain isn't something you buy at liquor stores. No, the real you is not the.
That was a bar.
Yes.
The cure to pain is not something you get at a liquor store because we all got our vices because of stuff that we went through and we try to cover up with the pills or liquor or whatever your choice of your vice is. But he's just saying it's never going to cover it up because once it come down, the problem is still there. Facts.
Yes, sir.
For the cure to pain isn't something you buy at liquor stores. No, the real you is not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching. You spend your whole life worried about what's in your wallet. For what? That money won't show up in your coffin. Yeah, anger's a liar.
That was the bar right there.
Yes.
That money's not gonna show up in your coffin. You feel what I'm saying? And even if it did, somebody would come in there and steal it. Whoever knows in there coming back late at night. So he's like, yo, everybody doing stuff with money. You hear it time and time. None of this money is gonna go with you. The only thing that stays with you is what people remember you for, and that's what this song is about, to remind people that it's not about all the stupid stuff that you thinking that it's about. It's about how you're gonna be remembered, how your family gonna remember you, how your kids gonna remember you, how society gonna remember you, and that's the only thing that's gonna be important. When we talk about the greats, we talk about the mark they left on the world. We don't talk about who was the richest man and who had the most money when we break down history and the impact that was made in history. Some of the people that made the biggest impact was the poorest people.
And not even that, like we talk about that dash, bro. Like you talking about to make the biggest impact. Martin Luther King, a lot of them dudes, like the I forget my man, the Black Panther movement.
Huey Newton.
Yeah, Huey Newton. Yeah. 19 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know Martin Luther King was only 26.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They made a big impact at a young age, bro, and then we still remember them to this day.
And all the people, and you got to say this too, all those people that made the impact, for the most part, they all died broke. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey Newton, Tupac, you know, when he died, they didn't die.
For the love.
They didn't die with much. But they always going to be remembered because of the impact they made, not because of the amount of money they made.
Facts.
It's a big difference.
Big difference.
For what? That money won't show up in your coffin. Yeah, anger's a liar, he ain't got no respect. I fell in love with my pain and I slept with my regrets. Happiness saw it happen, maybe that's why she up and left. Joy called me a cheater, said she ain't coming back. I've always had a problem with relationships, but that's what happens when you see the world through a broken lens. Mistakes can make you grow, that doesn't mean you're friends. Who you are is up to you, don't leave it up to them, no.
And that's a fact. Because basically we're saying like, yo, when you gonna have a problem in relationships when you're looking at stuff through a broken lens. And what I took from that is like when you have a view through a broken lens, because you had a bad childhood, you had a lot of trauma coming up. So when you get to your adulthood, you're just looking at it through a broken lens because inside you're broken. Inside you're broken, so you don't have a choice but to see it in a broken lens. And it takes few and special people to understand you and to try to help guide you and to fix it and to see through that to understand this person is just hurt. They just been through something. But I'm still gonna love them regardless.
And the biggest part is you gotta be receptive for that change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a great point.
Doesn't mean your friends. Who you are is up to you. Don't leave it up to them. No.
Yeah, they say when you
It's up to you. Don't leave it up to them.
you'll understand when you're old.
Facts.
Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember this.
They say you got in the music, you signed up to be hated. It's kinda weird cause I don't remember signing my name up. Coming from people that give advice but never take none. I like my privacy but lately I feel it's invaded. I heard that life's too short, don't let it pass you by. We waste a lot of time crying over wasted time. It's not about what people think, it's how you feel inside. My biggest failures in life are knowing I never tried. I look at the world from a different angle.
And it's like, yo, that's like definitely gonna be your biggest failure, your biggest regret. It's like, yo, stuff that you know you had the time to do, you had the energy to do, you had the health to do, but you never did it. Especially like, let's say if you wanted to start a company like 5 years ago, and now that 5 years passed, you would look back like, dang, where would I be at right now if I started that 5 years ago? So you definitely don't want to have no regrets, or even in relationships, even if it's like a girlfriend that you had that you didn't do right by and end up breaking up, you always wonder like, dang, what would have happened if I would have stayed with her? Because 9 times out of 10 you ended up with something that was trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I should have just stayed with her and made it work, and now look what I got over here. But if you don't make those decisions, you always gonna have regret in the back of your head, because we know hindsight is 20/20, and when you look back at your life, you don't want to have regrets. You rather go out on your sword, like I went out trying. Then I went out like a coward. I never tried to do anything that I wanted to do. And not only didn't you try, but your kids didn't see you try. So 9 times out of 10, your kids is not going to even try. But if your kids seen you try, at least you know your kids probably going to try because they seen my dad try. Even if he came up short, he tried.
Yeah, well said.
I heard that life's too short, don't let it pass you by. We waste a lot of time crying over wasted time. It's not about what people think, it's how you feel inside. My biggest failures in life are knowing I never tried. I look at the world from a different angle. People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on that hand and made you.
That was the toughest bar.
Yeah, they it's a facade.
People
you know what I'm
change.
saying? They think they portray like they your friend. They portray like they got your best interests at heart. But in all actuality, man, they may not be. And I talked about this too with my son when I told you. You know what I mean? You got to look at the intentions of people. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know exactly what their true intentions are for you. You know what I mean? Like you said, they smile in your face. Hey, you know what I mean? Yes, do that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they got this whole thought process in the back of their head. Like, this is what I'm really after, you know? So you just got to be cautious.
Facts. And you got to be cautious because like he said, like they could be all for you in the beginning. But sometimes people change.
That's true too.
Like Satan used to be an angel and he changed. Sometimes people, even a girlfriend at first, she could have your best interest, but somewhere along there she could change on you. And you gotta just pay attention that people can change. Just because they start off like this doesn't mean it's gonna end like that. So you always gotta be watching your front, back, and your two sides all the time.
Your 6, your 3, your 9, whatever.
Everything.
It's not about what people think, it's how you feel inside. My biggest failures in life are knowing I never tried. I look at the world from a different angle. People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on the hand and made you. Don't believe what you believe just cause that's how they raise you. Think your own.
Yo, be careful before you biting on the hand that made you. And I say this all the time. Nobody's gonna do the worst stuff to you than the people that you helped along the way. So that's what he said. Be careful of the hand that you biting and the hand that made you, because you might need this hand again. So before you bite it off, you might want to think about it, because you might just need it again. And that's what our family member always told us coming up, like, don't burn bridges. You might need to cross it again. That's what he's saying here.
Same people you see going up, same ones you're going to see coming down.
Facts.
People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on the hand and made you.
fact.
I was going to say that too. Go
That's a
ahead.
fact. You can't really believe what you believe because people raise you to believe that. My process on that, my mindset on that, it's cool that you believe what people taught you up until you 18 years old. But when you 18, you become adult, you can go do research now. You have to research what people told you. You can't just take it on, oh, I was told this. And that's it. Go do your own research. You have your own brain. Go get a library card and go do some research.
And I dig even deeper. Like, I don't know if a lot of people y'all seen it out there, but it was an interview. We talked about the Michael Beasley situation where he's talking about, you know, I thought I had a father figure. I thought I had somebody teach me everything about the game, teaching me about life, and teach me about how I'm supposed to move, only to find out he just wanted something on the back end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was keeping tabs of everything he bought from me, every McDonald's meal.
You know what I'm saying?
When I made it to the league,
So
he gave me the book of what I owed him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So how genuine was that? You know what I'm saying? Like you say, just because you raised me don't mean I'm supposed to believe everything that is what it was, because in actuality, in this scenario, it wasn't.
Yeah, facts. That was a good point.
I look at the world from a different angle. People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on the hand that made you. Don't believe what you believe just cause that's how they raise you. Think your own thoughts, don't let them do it for you. Say you wanna drink, don't wait for people to pour it on you. Cut out the lies, stay close to people you know are loyal. Grab your own glass and fill it, don't let your fear destroy you.
Okay. I like that.
Facts, do for self. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people just, we say it all the time, a lot of people just want you to go, they don't want you to teach them how to fish. They want you to actually go fishing for them and come bring the fish back and drop it at their feet. He basically was saying, don't let somebody pour your glass. Go get your own glass and pour your own glass. You're gonna feel a lot better at the end of the day when you do it for yourself. When you do it independent, it's a difference when you got a cup and you gotta wait for somebody to come bring you something. You keep looking, are they coming yet? But it's different when you go out there and get it yourself and come pour your own glass. And that's what he did with his career. He went and poured his own glass, and he's on that side. Let you know it's a lot better on this side than it is on that side. Whatever that person is doing, you could do it also. You just gotta step your game up and do it.
And I think you mentioned it too about the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like the effort, the resiliency, the determination, all that. Like you say, it makes you feel like it was a purpose why I had to go through this and do this. And it makes you feel better.
And when you get on the other side, you just feel so much better for it. Like when you actually put the work in, you see that your fruits of your labor is paying off.
Facts.
People to pour it on you. Cut out the lies, stay close to people you know are loyal. Grab your own glass and fill it, don't let your fear destroy you.
That was strong.
Yeah, it was.
All right, baby, he's still cooking. He's still cooking.
I wouldn't have had no vocal. I could have went for the vocals one more time. I thought it was about to come.
Yeah.
Should have ended with the vocals.
Oh, that's the end. Oh, shit. All right, that right there was a boy NF for Remember This, man. Again, good hearing this, good being back, listening to this. And again, it always, rejuvenates some thoughts. And, like you said, the life process that we go through, because we relate to a lot of stuff that he's talking about, you know what I mean, dealing with what we deal with, and because he's relatable, you know what I mean. Even remember that how I was a good person, remember all the things I've done, the deeds that I did, you know what I mean. But also, it's not about me trying to portray that. I actually feel that, you know what I'm saying. I'm actually genuine enough to be actually do this off camera, outside with everybody watching. I still feel this way about people, you know what I'm saying. That's the dope part about NF, bro. That's what I like. And the fact that we can correlate that to our lives, you know what I mean. If you're a good person, if you got good intentions, you can absolutely relate to this, you know what I mean. So I like what he did on this track. There was a lot of, gems, a lot of us, commentating on the things he was talking about, because it makes sense. So I'm going to give this one right here. I'm going to give this one solid. I'm going to give it a 9.5. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was dope. And like you said, I thought he definitely put a lot of gems to this video. It was so many gems. I couldn't even pause it on every gem, because it's like every bar was a gem. If I would have paused it every time and spoke on everything that he actually was talking about, it would have been an hour-long video because of how much he was just putting in here. So we just touched on the basis. And that's why I like the way he titled his song, Remember This, because when you in life, you got the stuff that he said in his song is the stuff that you really got to remember. Money's not as important as you think it is. You feel what I'm saying? Being loyal, having good people around you, not having yes people that are telling you, yo, you're doing wrong right now. You feel what I'm saying? You don't want everybody around you just to be yes people, just telling you what you want to hear. I say all the time, we ask people opinions because we want to know how you feel about it so we can make a right decision. But if you're just telling me you want to hear, I can't even make the right decision because you're not even giving me the data I need to make the proper decision. And just dope how you just break everything down. And it's like you said, like the underdog spirit. Like, yeah, I know you might be right here today, but there's still light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
It don't matter how old you are. If you start changing stuff in your life right now today, you can change stuff for the future.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. Sometimes people need to hear it. Not only do you get to hear it with him, you get to see it with him, especially with the music, because he tell you time and time again, this is where I started off. And over this 10-year process, you see where I'm at now. Think what you could do if you start right now, put 10 years into it, you could be somewhere completely different. People need to see that and hear that. And he's a shining light of that, and I think was dope. I like the vocals that was on there. I like the encouragement that was on the song. And I like the fact that it's remembering this, because you got to remember at the end of the day, one day you're just going to be a memory, unfortunately. So remember this, one day you're going to be a memory. And every day, if you have a day with life, lungs in your, air in your lungs, try to do something to better yourself and to better your situation.
Absolutely.
If not, it's not going to get better for you. I've had to rate this on a scale 1 to 10 just because of the gems, encouragement, the vocals, the beat, everything with this. I definitely got to get this a 9.8. I definitely enjoyed this a lot. Before we get out of here, if you didn't like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit them high points, make sure you do that. Till our next video is TreTv.
Tay the original.
And we out.